Welcome back to Corewisdom, the channel for wisdom, worth, growth, and choice. So today I'm just dropping in to pick your brain a bit about this thing about validation. 'Cause what is validation? And I'm approaching this concept of validation junkie. And it might sound, I don't know, terrible. It's not a very pretty word, but in lack of a better definition and word, I choose to go with it. Validation junkie. And what is a validation junkie? Well, in my mind, a validation junkie is a person who are constantly needing other people's validation. Kind of goes without saying because it just lies within the word itself. But I think it's important to just nudge a bit about this concept of a validation junkie, because in our lives we all bump into that in one way or another. Maybe we at some point in our lives fall into that category ourselves, or I'm pretty sure that we all know some people who falls into that category. And I want to reflect a bit on what that means and how you can change it if you fall into that category yourself. Because in today's society, we tend to lean on other people's validation. We need to constantly get feedback on the things we do and how we do things. And we're all at some point haunting for that feedback that confirms that we're doing a good job, or that confirms that we're doing the right things. And in the end of the day, that's kind of the primary goal. And it could be in your job, in your work, it could be in relationships, it could be in family, it could be in friends, socially, but we're all in some sort of degree haunting for that validation, because that's basically how we're measuring our own worth. And the more positive validation we get, the more worthy we feel. And if we get negative validation, that tends to bring us down and destroy our self-worth. And why has this become so important for ourselves? Why is this such an important issue? Because in older times, in ancient times, everyone had their own, how do I put this? Everybody had their own thing, their own place, their own task. And the society, the structure of the society was built up on everybody doing the thing that they were good at, and everybody knew what their job was, and no one was questioning how everybody did their job. They just knew their place in the society and the kind of tasks they had ahead and things that needed to be done. But as society evolved and became more advanced, the structure suddenly changed. And the field of criticism started to appear more and more. And we ended up in this place where we are today, that we constant are striving to feel good enough. And it's not that it's everybody around you feel are judging your work or judging the things that you do, but we tend to judge ourselves as well, and the things that we do, and how we are doing the things we are. And we've all at some point just walk around and don't feel good enough. So we get in this area that we need validation, and it escalates to the point that this validation becomes so important that in the end that is all that matters. And we need to be validated all the time to have some sort of self-worth. And I think it's very sad, because when your life evolves around validation, everything else becomes less important. And you beat yourself up. And you just keep on working and working and working until you are on the brink of destroying yourself, because it's never good enough. So how can we turn this around? How can we change this constant need for validation? How can you see yourself in a positive light without chasing validation? And is that even possible? I think it is. And the easiest thing is to start with the validation you're searching for from other people around you. What happens if you detach yourself from the need you have for everybody else's feedback and validation of yourself? Are you able to detach yourself from it? How about if you start to validate yourself in a positive manner without being addicted to this confirmation and validation from everybody else? What if you yourself make a decision that you are worthy, you are valuable, you are important, and everything you do matters, in despite of what other people around you think? You might be able to get that working for you in a short period of time, but it's only a question of time before you fall back. And as soon as you receive some criticism of someone around you, you just fall back and you start beating yourself up again. This takes a lot of work from your part, because when you are detached from other people's opinion about yourself, then you can reach true freedom. That is at least my opinion. We need to stop to be so addicted to other people's value and opinions about ourselves. Make the decision that you are worthy, that you are important, and what you have of meanings and opinions about yourself and the world, it matters. Don't let other people decide who you are going to be and how you are going to do your job, or how you are going to behave to fit in. Because you have your own unique frequency. Everybody does. Their own unique frequency and energy. And no one can have the same energy. So, in other words, no one can be you. And your role in this world are extremely, extremely important. And no one can take on the task of being you. You see? Only you can be you. It sounds silly and it sounds simple, but it's much, much more profound than it actually sounds. And the most important thing you can do in your own life is to take on the role of yourself. Be yourself. And give to yourself and those around you whatever you have to give. And do it with genuinity. Be fair, be real, be genuine. And don't let anyone dictate you or tell you how to do things or how to behave. And most important of all, don't let anyone's opinion about you dictate your own worth. Because the worth of you and the worth of me and the worth of everybody else, it cannot be measured in any way. So it's extremely important that you recognize your own worth. And you take on the role that you have of being you. You take on your own task in your own life with pride and happiness. And if someone shoots some criticism your way, you just let it fall off. So, I don't know if I have much more to say about this thing. I just wanted to, as I was saying, pick your brain a bit about this issue, because it's so easy to forget to see ourselves for what we are and to recognize our own worth. It's easy to forget. And it's easy to bring yourself down because someone is criticizing you, or you are criticizing yourself. So I just wanted to remind you to stop criticizing yourself and stop letting other people's criticism bring you down. You are worthy, you are important, and whatever you are doing, you're doing it because it's important. No matter how big or how small it is, or whatever it is. Remember that you were put on this earth for a reason. And be proud of who you are. Try to detach yourself from the need of validation. You don't need other people around you to tell you how good you are or how great you are. What you need is to tell yourself these things. and to feel it. All right, that was just a little motivational speak from me today. And I hope everybody is enjoying the last bit of summer. And remember to subscribe to our channel and share our video if you like them. Give us a thumb up. And remember to take care of each other. Be good to each other and be good to yourself. All right, that's it for today.